Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to read this. This is from someone named Unfit Christian on Instagram. I think her real name is Danielle Thomas. Let me go ahead and read this for y'all. I'm handing out deletions today for folks who think Billy Porter wearing a dress is what's emasculating the black man today. Your emasculation is due to absentee fathers who didn't raise you into men, and mothers who treated you like her man instead of her child. Your emasculation is due to you thinking that your 6 to 15 strokes inside the vagina measures your manhood. Your emasculation is due to your willingness for unprotected sex, but a deep hatred for court-ordered child support at a bare minimum. Your emasculation is due to your inability to provide for a household without asking your partner for 50-50. Your emasculation is due to women outpacing you in education, entrepreneurship, and salary, but you still expecting her to carry full domestic duties while you be the man of the house and name an explicit sex expression only. Your emasculation is due to your inability to provide for a household. Your emasculation is due to your failure to work out your stunted emotional intelligence and trauma with a therapist, but instead expecting every romantic partner you have to repair you. Hey, Lil Mo, you listening? But you can rest assured that your emasculation is not because one black gay man decided to remind you that he's wholly black and gay by wearing a tuxedo gown. Argue with the girl who is still walking in the spirit of pick me about it, not me. And I'm done. I was not going to make this video. I promise to God I wasn't. I honestly didn't even think it was that big of a deal. I really, really didn't. Until I got on IG and I laid in my bed all night last night and was trying to figure out, what do y'all mean? And I really need some of y'all to break this down for me. What do you mean when you say things like, there's a gay agenda? Or they're trying to take away, masculinity. What? So y'all have a problem with Billy Porter wearing a dress. Let me just go ahead and chop this down to what the fuck it got to do with. Because a lot of y'all, I hate to say this, and I mean this with love, I really, really do. I sound like Monique now when she told Oprah them that to suck her dick, but she meant it with love. But no, I really do mean this with love. A lot of y'all really don't give a fuck about masculinity or the fact that you think that people are trying to take away masculinity. You just think your son is a punk. That's all it comes down to. You think your son a punk. You think that if he sees Billy Porter with a dress on, he gonna think it's okay for him to put on a dress. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. As a gay man, when I saw Billy Porter with that dress on, I thought it was fly as fuck. But not one time on my nieces, not one time did it cross in my mind, ooh, I want to put that dress on. I don't wear women's clothing. Nothing is wrong with it. I just don't, I might throw a scarf on, If I see a shirt and I feel like I can butch it up a little bit, I might try it on. But I don't wear women's clothing like that. Like, if I was to go to an event, I would put on a tuxedo, a suit. That's how I like to dress. So this whole thing of, they're trying to normalize and, girl, show me how many men have you seen out with dresses on a red carpet compared to the number of men you see with tuxedos on. How is that? You think your son is a faggot. That's what you think. And you think that with them show? Are you afraid that your son will turn into a faggot if they see Billy Porter with a fucking dress on? That's all it comes down to. Baby, let me just break something down for y'all. If your son is a punk, he already a punk. It ain't because he saw Billy Porter with a fucking dress on. Your son probably been sneaking in your heels and your pumps and your dresses and planning your makeup when you take your ass to work. That's true tea. And my thing is, even if, I just don't, I swear I'm trying to understand what it, you're afraid your son is gay. You're afraid that if your son sees a man with a dress on, then you feel as though that will confuse your son. How would that confuse you? The only person that's confusing your son or your children are y'all. And you know why? Because instead of you telling your children the truth about how life works, you tell them lies. So if your son asks you, Mama, why that man got that dress on? You want to cover their faces up. You want to flip the TV. Instead of you just saying, well, he wanted to put on a dress, Kevin. He wanted to put on a dress, Keisha. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to do. But you lie, and instead of you accepting and telling your child the truth, that there are people in this world, there are men in this world that wear women's clothing. There are women in this world that wear men's clothing. There are men in this world that are in relationships with other men. There are women in this world that are in relationships with other women. There are men in this world that transition into women. You lie. You try to cover up the truth. So then when your child gets older, your child is confused. Not because of what they saw on TV, because you lied and tried to cover up what they saw on TV. Instead of just telling them from the rip. That's what he wanted to do. That don't have nothing to do with Billy Porter. That don't have nothing to do with me. Stop putting the fact that you're scared that your child will turn into a homosexual on the gay community. Stop trying to use the fact that you're so, I just don't understand this whole masculinity and they're trying to take away and they're turning our black men into effeminate. And girl, that don't have nothing to do with nothing, girl. You're lying. You're lying. You're scared your son is a punk. Straight up. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. That's what you're scared about. You know what's so weird to me? Whenever I hear black people talk about gay people, y'all sound just like white people when they talk about black. Y'all sound the exact same way when y'all complain about white people. That's what y'all do to gay people. Y'all do. And then when we check y'all and tell y'all that y'all sound just like those white people that you complain about, y'all try to sit here and try to use the whole, you're not going to compare the gay struggle to the black struggle. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm black and I'm gay and I'm going to compare it. Y'all do know that black people are gay, right? I just get sick and tired of the LGBTQ trying to compare their struggles to the black struggle. Bitch, first of all, half of y'all hoes, this is what I don't understand. What I've noticed about a lot of black people is y'all try to take on the struggles of your great-great-grandparents. Like, bitch, you was not getting beat. You were not being lynched. You were not having dogs sicked on you. You were not being sprayed down with water hoses. You were not told that you could not use a water fountain. We have been through so much. No, bitch, your grandfather went through so much. The only thing happened to you was when you walked past that white person in the parking lot, they locked their doors. I noticed that a long time ago that I haven't said nothing, but I have to say it. Black people have it bad taking on what happened to black people in the past, trying to put it on their backs. Like, you didn't go through that. You didn't win. We have not been through anything close than what the people before us went through. Nothing close. I said what I said. I'm done. I'm sick of this shit. Every time I look up, I got something to read to y'all. I'm gonna have to attach it to this video because I need to, you know, I got to do all types of extra stuff. I'm gonna read something that this lady wrote on Instagram. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get it like, your son could walk around here playing with pumps and purses and grow up to be the straightest nigga in the world. Or he could be playing in pumps and purses and grow up to be a gay man. But this whole thing of, oh, because if children see something on television, that's what they're gonna do. Okay, if they do it, that's what they do. That should be the least of your worries, honestly, bitch. Your son putting a motherfucking dress on and pump should be the least of your worries. What you need to be worried about, hoping your son don't grow up to be like a fucking R. Kelly, or like a fucking Harvey Weinstein, or like the president of the United States of America bragging about grabbing women by their pussy, or being the biggest dope dealer on this side of town, or touching little boys, or raping little girls. That's what you need to be concerned about. Your concern should not be if your son grows up to put on a fucking dress, or put on some fucking pumps. If he do, and so what? What? Bitch, you need to be doing cartwheels and flips. Because there's a whole other bunch of shit that he could be in or be labeled as. Because the truth of the, now I'm about to start preaching. The truth of the matter is, bitch, we ain't never had no problem with our sexuality. Y'all hoes made us have a problem with our sexuality. Bitch, when I sat down and thought about it, I never had no problem with me being gay. Y'all hoes had a problem with me being gay, which made me think that I had a problem with me being gay. Bitch, I ain't got no problem with me being gay. Your problem is not my problem. I solved that a long time ago. I will not let you tell me that something is wrong with me. Just like I don't tell you that it's wrong for you to have 5 kids and 5 baby daddies. I don't tell you that it's wrong for one of your baby daddies to have 6 kids with 6 other bitches. Anyways, I'm about to go because I'm about to start preaching. Anyways, bye y'all.